guys, so it is pouring rain over here where I am, but I've seen a couple comments on one of my videos about people that feel masculine and are trying to have a softer lifestyle or be a softer person. I just want to do a quick disclaimer before I say anything that you can be masculine and be soft. You can be feminine and be rough as nails. You can be whatever you want to be. But I know that, people, some girls, they don't want to feel masculine, they want to feel feminine. So I'm not going to talk about how to not feel masculine. I'm going to talk about how to feel more feminine. First, I'm going to touch up on the emotional aspect of it. I think that how you feel emotionally has a lot to do with feeling feminine. When you're in like a hostile headspace, it kind of takes up space where you could be feeling softer and more feminine, if that makes sense. Allowing yourself to cry is a really good thing. When I was younger and I struggled with feeling more masculine, I could not cry. I had some emotional blockages that kept me from being able to express myself with tears. And so when I worked that out and I was able to cry, it made me feel so much more softer and so much more feminine and so much more delicate and all of that. I just felt so, just letting things out, crying over whatever I wanted to cry over. It felt so feminine and so freeing. So that's probably the most important thing for me. Going on to a more physical aspect, I just manicured my nails yesterday. That is one activity that I could say makes me feel so feminine, like the entire process of it. Now, you don't have to have the most expensive manicure set. I think I got mine for cheap off Amazon. But just doing your nails and tending to yourself and filing them, or I know some people like to get their nails done, that's something as well. But taking care of your nails, something about it just makes me feel so feminine. Just the art of it, the time that it takes, the aftermath. Your hands are so important, and taking care of them is such a deep sign of respect for yourself. And then it just makes you feel so feminine and delicate, cute, So that's something. Another one would be surrounding yourself by people that you don't have to constantly have your guard up around. There are some people that you may have in your life where when you hang out with them, you're constantly worried. You don't know if you guys are going to get into trouble. You don't know if they're going to be hot or cold, or who they're going to bring around you, all of that. When you're constantly on the defense, that's another thing that doesn't really leave much room for being feminine and feeling safe and feeling happy. So when you stop hanging around people like that and you start hanging around people that make you feel safe and make you feel comfortable, and you don't have to ask all those questions, that opens up room to feel a bit more feminine. Another one I would have to say is just taking care of yourself. Washing your face every morning and every night, brushing your teeth every morning and every night. Depression is a thing. There are some people that feel so mentally and emotionally weak that they can't do it. They just can't. And for those people, I understand. Truly, more than you'll ever know, I understand. But trying and making that effort, for those of you that don't experience those things, it makes you feel more feminine. Going to bed with clean skin and nice fresh teeth, it makes you feel more feminine. There's a respect for yourself that you get when you take care of yourself. I don't want to say a high horse, but a healthy high horse that you get on when you do these things and you build a habit, and it does make you a little bit more feminine. When you put on a face mask before a big day, it makes you feel more feminine. That's something that you can do as well that won't require very much money or things like that. So that's another one. And last but not least, being kind when you don't have to. There's so many situations that you can just be like, oh, whatever. But when you take that time to be kind and to be sweet, and when you think back, when's the last time I was a bit of an ass and nothing comes up? It does make you feel more feminine. it just makes you feel like a Disney princess, and that's what I strive to be, and that's helped me feel more feminine on a day-to-day basis. More feminine even when I forget to brush my teeth one night. More feminine when I don't do my hair one day. You know, things like that, the inside. That's the biggest picture. If I would say to take one thing from this video, probably would be the first thing, honestly. But this one as well, you know, this one is very, very important and it requires nothing physically. So, yeah, that's it. And I hope you guys have a great day. If you're in that area, the hurricane's gonna hit, like me, be safe. And yeah,